Welcome to Shore Show Radio. I'm Pat O'Melia, and you're on the GGR network via Live 365. If you're listening to me, you probably already downloaded the Live 365 app. If not, download the Live 365 app. A lot of programming on it. Besides me, there's music, all sorts of stuff on there. And download the Live 365 app, put in GGR, Good Government Radio, and boom, there's our programming. We have recorded programs, we have live programs. It's like I said, it's Good Government Radio. We have some municipal shows and county shows that are coming. We have a show with New Jersey City University. We have a show with RWJ Barnabas, a medical call-in show. Jersey City Public Safety Department, Jersey City Municipal Utilities Authority, they're doing a show. All like town halls on the radio. I have my high school kids that'll be doing shows. That's the whole crux of this radio station is high school kids. I do a program where I'm teaching high school kids video production here in the big North Bergen studio and radio production. There's a lot going on with the radio, so please, again, download the Live 365 app, get the GGR going, store it, and be one of our listeners. And please, call the show when we're doing the live shows. Now, as I said, it's Shore Show Radio. What does Shore Show Radio do, Pat? Well, I'm glad you asked, since we're recording this. We're promoting tourism for the shore, in particular, Seaside Heights, New Jersey. I've been down in Seaside Heights, New Jersey forever and ever and ever. For that matter, I honeymooned back there in the late 70s. It's a great town, good mayor, Mayor Anthony Vaz. He has done a lot of cleaning up. It's not the same Seaside of the days of Snooki and the gang. There's been a lot of cleaning up there. A lot of the bad actor motels are gone. I'll be getting into some of that as we talk later on. Actually, I'm going to be doing the Tom's River show where we're going to talk a lot about bad actor motels. But Tony Vaz, the mayor there, he went after the hotels that were problems in the town of the borough of Seaside Heights. To date, in the last 2 or 3 years, 24 of those motels are gone. So it's really, his whole plan was family atmosphere in Seaside Heights. Moms with babies in the strollers on the boardwalk, and he is working on that vision of his. Like I said, the bad motels are gone. They've been replaced with huge one-family homes or condominiums or townhouses. There's pros and cons to that. You know, those 24 motels were like $90 a night rentals. Those are gone, but there's trade-offs there. Mayor Vaz wants to have a family atmosphere in Seaside Heights, and that's what he's working on. So when we're going to come back from commercial, we're going to talk about some of the things going on in Seaside Heights. I'm going to tell you the events coming on for the Easter weekend, going into the Easter weekend, how you can best enjoy Seaside Heights if you want to come down there for a vacation. I'll tell you how to rent a unit, what kind of units you want to rent, and what you should look out for, and how you should plan for your stay in Seaside Heights or even in Wildwood. But again, I focus on Seaside Heights. You're listening to the Shore Show Radio here on GGR. I'll be right back.
Comprehensive healthcare is here, here, and here. RWJ Barnabas Health is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County with its 2 newest locations, Hoboken and Exchange Place. Within walking distance or accessible by mass transit, our locations combine convenience with primary and specialty care, including cardiology, women's health, orthopedics, cancer care, and more. Let's be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. We're back. You're listening to Shore Show Radio here on GGR. Just heard my buddy John Burns' commercial, Burns Brothers Monuments and Markers. Also Hopper in North Bergen. That's one of Johnny Burns's. If you're getting a headstone made in New Jersey, I don't care where you're buying it from, John's doing the engraving. He is the preeminent engraver of headstones. I don't care if you go to ABC Memorials. He's farming that engraving out to John Burns. So better off just going right to the source. You know, when you look at Seaside Heights, and it's a borough, small borough population, I guess around 2,000 people in the off season, goes up to the size of Hoboken during the season, about 80,000 people. And I'm in Jersey City, I'm a Jersey City guy, and we have all this Vision Zero things and traffic calming devices. And of course, that kind of slips into the small borough of Seaside Heights. They have an issue. If you know Seaside Heights, Ocean Terrace, that's the first road right off the boardwalk, main drag. If you've gone on that road, and if you have been in Seaside Heights, I'm sure you have, and if you go north, you go all the way to the end of Ocean Terrace where it goes to Herring, there's a left turn, a left bend. It's been there since the dawn of time, this left turn. That, for some reason, is an issue in the borough of Seaside Heights now. What can we do about this left turn? You make the left turn. They're talking about coming up with all sorts of traffic calming solution for a left turn. The county of the county of Ocean, was actually thinking of putting a circle in. I don't understand how a circle would even fit in there. What purpose would it serve? Again, it's just making a left. Now, again, if you're going all the way to the end of the boardwalk, going north to Herring, down by the CVS, you make that left, and you go down to the CVS, and then you're out on the boulevard. It's not a big friggin' deal. It's not like people are going down Ocean Terrace and like driving into the sand. They see the sign, left turn. There's like arrows there. It's not, I don't know why people can't make lefts anymore. And somebody must have complained and said, we're going to do something about the left turn. There's left turns in the whole of your life. I'm sure you make a lot of left turns every day. What the hell is with this left turn? Now they're talking about, well, maybe what we could do, we could put some rumble strips in there or some shark teeth so people know there's a left turn. They know it. Like I said, I've been banging around Seaside since the 70s. Like I said, I honeymooned there. I vacationed there for years and years. I work with the borough there. For that matter, this radio show will be broadcasting on the boardwalk at the Franklin Street stage, working with Seaside Heights, promoting Seaside Heights. Why we have all these issues about a left turn is beyond me. And I guess it's just the political correctness that we live in now. It's just a matter of making a left turn. That's it. We don't need a circle. You don't need rumble strips. They were talking about putting a traffic light in. There's still going to be a left turn, just like you're going to have a traffic light tell you stop. Now I'll make my left turn. Now, but a traffic light costs about $300,000 to put in there. I don't understand what the issue is with a left turn. Now, my kids own a house on Hamilton Avenue. And Hamilton Avenue is like a speedway. If we're concerned about some traffic issues, instead of worrying about people making a left turn, again, you make a lot of left turns in your life. This is just another left turn. All you do, turn the wheel left. You're not like you're speeding on Ocean Terrace. Again, I'm there all the time. I don't see anybody speeding. You go speeding on Ocean Terrace and you're going to meet Chief Tommy Boyd. Simple as that. They got a police force in Seaside Heights the size of Hoboken. There are cops everywhere. It's more cops in Seaside Heights than anywhere I've ever seen before. You want to speed on Ocean Terrace? Say hello to Chief Tommy Boyd and his gang. They'll get you. But there is a problem on Hamilton. Now, Hamilton is a county road, and we have constant speeding there. We put these speed registers where it tells you how fast you're going. For that matter, I just noticed Tommy Boyd put even a bigger one there now to tell you how fast you're going. If you want to put a traffic light somewhere, maybe we put a traffic light on Hamilton. I had asked the county of Ocean to put speed bumps on Hamilton because they're kids in the summer, they're crossing the street, and I got these lunatics who think it's a raceway to get to the bridge to get out to Route 37. And Ocean County actually sent me a letter saying we don't do speed bumps. But Ocean County is talking about putting a circle in here. If you can consider putting a friggin' circle on Ocean Terrace, which makes absolutely no sense. There's not a speeding issue there, and it's, again, all it is a left turn. You go to your Google Maps, you'll see it. It's just a left turn. I'm sure we can all negotiate a left turn. I'm looking at this. What is the issue? I tell you, if they do anything, if there's one shark tooth that appears on Ocean Terrace, I am going to fight tooth and nail to get it put on Hamilton, because there we do have an issue. Now, Tommy Boyd and his gang concentrates for the most part during the season up on the boulevard up on Terrace, on the boardwalk, of course, on the beach, making sure everybody's safe, everybody's enjoying it. Hamilton Avenue slips through there sometimes until I make a phone call and say, hey, you going to do something here, put a cop here? You guys will make the municipal budget with speeding here. I see so much as one shark tooth. I'm going to go hard and heavy at the Ocean County to put the friggin' rumble strips in. You want to put a traffic light in? Put it down. Put it on Hamilton. Maybe that'll stop some of the speeding. But it's just so friggin' ridiculous. And like I said, it's not an issue because I know Tommy Boyd can handle any of the problems up on Ocean Terrace. We want to either cop's cop. Yeah, you want to talk about some more traffic? What do you say we open up Bay Boulevard? There's a billboard on Bay Boulevard that blocks. The only way you can get out of Seaside Heights is to come down Hamilton. All the signs point Bridge, Hamilton. You can go out north, but it's very awkward. You get out to 35, then you got to make a left, then you got to make another left. They funnel all the traffic. Now, this is the mindset of administrations before. Let's funnel all the traffic to the south end because that's the, that part of town over there where the bars are and all that. Well, that's changed. There's a lot of condominiums. We lost a lot of the riffraff there. So they would funnel all the traffic there. If you take out the freaking billboard on Bay Boulevard, it's put there just for that reason, so they can funnel all the traffic down to Hamilton. You could bring traffic all off of the boulevard, off Central, down to Bay Boulevard to the bridge. Now, if we're going to look at any kind of traffic studies, here's the two I would look at. Don't worry about making a left-turn turn, because I'm sure we can all negotiate the left-turn turn. We do it all the time down there. Like I said, nobody's running off the road. I've never seen it. We could talk about opening up Bay Boulevard so we can have traffic getting out to the bridge from any point in Seaside Heights. And maybe we put some speed bumps on Hamilton Avenue to make it safe instead of having that being, the drag strip there to get out to the bridge. And it amazes me how you want to go fast. Let me tell you what happens in Seaside. If you manage to speed and not get caught in Seaside Heights, you go over the bridge. You got the Berkeley Township cops. They're like the Barney Fife in it behind trees waiting for you to go. Now, Berkeley Heights, Berkeley is like 2 blocks of Route 37, but they got like all the cops there waiting for you. If you manage to get past that hurdle and you keep going down, then you got Toms River Police, who are hanging out in the quick check and hanging out anywhere they can to give you a ticket. If you manage to get past that hurdle, then you have the Ocean County Sheriff that, for whatever reason, just pops up there on 37. Got to make some money. We're going to build a new facility for the Sheriff's Department. Let's go get some tickets. If you manage to avoid the sheriff hurdle on Route 37, then you got the state troopers. They're hanging out there. Speed. Maybe they figure, let me if I speed on this one part of Hamilton, because I'm not going to do it anywhere else on 37, because you got a radar detector. You're getting pinged by radar. I'm surprised there's not radiation poisoning on Route 37. There's so much radar detection going on there. Every cop, Berkeley Township, hide behind trees. Man, believe me, there's a lot of traffic enforcement there. All we just need is open up Bay Boulevard and put some rumble strips or speed bumps on Hamilton or a traffic light, and things would be good. You want to try to speed over that bridge? That ain't going to happen. They're waiting for you. You want to speed on 37? Not going to happen there either. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're listening to the Shore Show Radio. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just 1 path stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back. You're listening to Shore Show Radio. Pat O'Melia here on GGR. Let me give a little props out. Twin City Roofing at Tom's River. As I was leaving, I was in Seaside this morning for that matter. I'm here in the North Bergen studio right now. We had them come in, and they did refastening some shingles on my kid's house, the roof there, and there was some wood by the gutter that had to be replaced. They had some birds building a nest in there. A couple of years ago, they did the roof on my kid's garage. I sold my 64 Dodge to pay for the roof on the kid's garage because I kind of turned it into a wood shop. When the kids bought the house, that garage and my wood shop renovated that house. And they do a good job. They stand behind their work. So I come home one night, and I happened to notice just how the light was hitting the roof. I said, that shingle looks high. So let me call them. Not a problem at all. I said, I even sent them a picture. I said, either this is a bad overlap of a shingle or you guys missed something. Then I have to ask, how do you miss this? But they came this morning as I'm trying to get out of there. Jumped up there, boop, 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 took care of the problem. There was a bent-over nail that was stopping the shingle from going to flush. Took care of that. If you need some roofing done in Seaside Heights, Tom's River, or in Ocean County, these guys are on Route 37, do good work. They stand by their jobs. That's all you can ask. Now, we got the big Easter specials coming up. You got the holiday. I tell you what, this weekend looks like a washout in Seaside Heights, but there are events planned. So let's go over a few of these things before I give you some education on how to make the best possible vacation and save the most money when you're staying in Seaside Heights. Specials, Casino Pier. They're having a sale on their wristbands starting on April the 16th. It's $28 for the wristband, and they're good from June 19th through the 28th. Every one of those days from 1 to 7 p.m. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. You get there, $28. If you're going to Seaside Heights a lot this year with your kids, saves you a lot of money. Again, that's going to be on the April the 16th at the Casino Pier. Can't miss the Casino Pier there, right on Grant and the boardwalk. Go there, get your band. I said they're good from June 19th to the August 28th, and from the hours of 1 to 7 p.m. You're riding free if you got the band on. You got a petting zoo coming on April the 12th this weekend, but again on April the 19th next weekend for Easter at 1 p.m. at the Casino Pier. I don't know about this weekend. It looks like a lot of bad weather there, but never know. Maybe you get a break. They got a Princess Tea Party at Lucky Leo's on April the 12th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Lucky Leo's, they know how to put on a good show. They may have to move that indoors, but you'll probably still have the tea party because they moved that indoors. You got an Easter egg hunt set for April the 13th on the boardwalk at 1 p.m. in Seaside Heights. Again, that's a little iffy this year with the bad weather coming. You have also on April the 13th, you have photos with the Easter Bunny at the Casino Pier at 1 p.m. Weather permitting. Well, I guess they could probably put the Easter Bunny guy under the roof, but some of this stuff is going to be a problem with the weather. But again, you probably have a repeat of all these events on the Easter weekend, and that's next weekend, not this weekend coming up. Not the weekend of the 13th. Following weekend, it will be your Easter. So you come down to Seaside, always does a good job. Hopefully you have some good weather there. Now, as I said in the last show I did, last week's show or 2 weeks ago, about planning your vacation, setting up to spend a weekend or, a week in Seaside. Again, we're down on motels. We're down 24 motels in the last 2-3 years. So the motel stay, that's going to be a little tight. It's a shame. There aren't going to be a lot of places for $90 as there were in the old days. There's changes. There's a renaissance occurring in Seaside Heights. But there's still deals to be made. But a lot depends on you. Now, when we vacationed in Seaside, it was like a military operation. We knew exactly what we were doing, where we would stay. We would stay at the Aztec for the most part. We always liked the Aztec Motel. But we always got the efficiency. We knew where to go food shopping, where the laundromat was. And when my kids bought a house in Seaside Heights, a two-family, two-car garage, big property. If you got a dog, for that matter, they Airbnb the downstairs, my kids. We set that up the same way we would have liked it when we were vacation. It is again, talking about my kids' apartment, it is a full, honest apartment, full kitchen, dinette area, 2 bathrooms, 2 televisions, direct TV, streaming services, off-street parking. That's the kind of things you want when you're there. But let's go over this. How to spend your vacation in Seaside Heights? Shop for a rent. Do it early while there are opportunities. Some of these big one-family homes that they built, they go for like $5,000 to $8,000 a week. The only way that works out if you got like 10 people with you, and you have 10 people with you, you got a parking problem. If you say you have a family of four, like when they rent from my kid, it's usually a family of four. There's always pets because we have that big yard and it's fenced in. So especially if you have a dog, you need an apartment. And we used to get the efficiencies, but when we set up the apartment for the rentals, it is ideal. You got two couches, you got the chase. That's like a couch with a hassock. Call it chase. We got the big TV in there. We set everything up as we would have liked it when we were vacationing there. And these are the kind of things you need to look for. If you're bringing a pet with you, you got to make sure you have a yard. And probably one of the most important things when you're looking for a place to rent, again, if you're staying for a week or two, off-street parking, reserve parking. You know, there's a lot of things going on in Seaside Heights and a lot of things going on in Ocean County itself. You don't want to be afraid of moving your car and not having a place to park when you come back. Again, if you're looking for a rental unit, especially if you have kids, you definitely want multiple TVs. You want a TV in the bedroom. You want a TV in the living room. You want to make sure you got good cable or satellite. What we have is DirecTV. I've been with DirecTV since 1994, I believe, when it actually cost you like $1,600 to install DirecTV. Back now it's free. For that matter, I don't think you put the dish on anymore. I think it's all streaming now. But you want to make sure you got good cable, good satellite, streaming service, and super, super important, Wi-Fi. Now, we put the 5G Wi-Fi in at the house. And even that's like, super good, but there's still dead spots in Seaside Heights. They need to work on that. Toms River has huge problems with the Wi-Fi. Like I said, you want to make sure you have a complete kitchen because you want to go food shopping. Now, you want to eat on a boardwalk every so often. You want to enjoy the boardwalk food, a cheeseburger, or a pizza, or that sort of thing. But you don't want to make a steady diet of that because it is expensive. A hot dog on a boardwalk right now is $8. You want to enjoy the boardwalk experience, but you want to go broke doing it. So you want to definitely make sure you got a full kitchen, full refrigerator. You want full bathrooms, full shower, full tub, especially if you got kids. You want to make sure you have all that. And you want to do all your own cooking. In Seaside Heights, you have an Acme right at the north end of Seaside Heights and what they call Oatley Beach there. You have a ShopRite on Fisher Boulevard just before the bridge coming into Seaside Heights. So what you want to do when you rent, go to the unit, unload all your stuff, put everything away, then go food shopping. You want to make sure your refrigerator is all clean and all that sort of stuff. You can also use Instacart. They're making deliveries into Seaside Heights, so you can just order that way. My wife loves Instacart, especially. I was ill for a while. I had a stent put in. Then I lost 70% of my blood, so I wasn't going to ShopRite for food orders. So my wife started using Instacart. Now she's really Instacarting it. Walmart pops up, ShopRite pops up. I still like going to ShopRite myself. For that matter, ShopRite, you can buy anything at ShopRite. Whatever you need. I buy stuff for the studio there. Printer paper. You can buy a 40-inch, 85-inch TV at ShopRite. It's there. I just bought 2 coffee pots. I didn't even need the coffee pots. But they were $8, Mr. Coffees. I'm walking through a ShopRite. I said, wow. My wife told me. I wasn't walking. I was waiting in the car, actually. She comes back and says, they're selling the coffee pots for $8. So let's get one. Then I think I should get a second one, so I sent it back in. I didn't even need it, but you name it, they got it at ShopRite. So especially for business, whatever you need, they got it there. But you can Instacart it, and of course you got DoorDash for takeout. I like to supply menus to the Airbnb rental unit we have. For that matter, if you're interested, might as well use my own show to promote. If you're interested, Airbnb. Just go to Google it, Airbnb, and put in 414-53636. Again, Airbnb, 414-53636, and it'll show you the rental apartment my kids have there. Now, when you're in Seaside Heights, again, there are a lot of things going on the boardwalk, but occasionally you want to venture off the boardwalk, see what's in town. You got a lot of places you can go and eat on Route 37. One of my favorite places is Fortune Buffet. It's on Route 37. It's about 7-8 miles away from Seaside Heights on Route 37. All you can eat for $16. I mean, from salads to entrees to desserts to ice cream, Chinese food, American food. There's something for everybody. If you have kids, I think it's 80 cents a year. So if your son's 10 years old, you're paying $88. And there's pizza there, there's French fries, there's something for everyone. And it's an excellent place, clean. I think it's $16 or $16.35. I think you pay $3 for the soda, the first soda or drink, and after that, those are free. So you go there, there's diners. For that matter, an Extra Fortune buffet, there's a big cinema. So you can go see the movies, you can go to Fortune Buffet after, but there's diners, you got the Crystal Diner, you got the Bandwagon, you got the Tom's River Diner on Route 37, on Fisher Boulevard, you got the Four Seasons Diner. There's a lot of places you can go out. If you don't want to cook your own, you can go out and eat. The best way to save money is to cook on your own. Now listen, don't be making 7-course meals. You want something, you can make cheesesteaks at home, you can make pasta, whatever you want, something quick and something that's not going to take you broke. But that's why when you're renting, make sure you got a full kitchen, full utensils, full pots, all that stuff, like we have in my kids here. There's a laundromat in Seaside Heights, right on the boulevard there. You got Walmart on Route 37. You got a Kohl's on Route 37. You got a BJ's on Route 37. So if you forgot to pack bed sheets or pillows, you can easily run out and get something. If you got your bathing suit, whatever you forgot, it's a Walmart, it's a BJ's, it's a Kohl's. You're set there. See, you want to learn the lay of the land where you're vacationing. Now, you've been to Seaside a few times. You probably know it. If you're new to the area, you want to know where, if you forget something, you can run out to the ShopRite or the Walmart. You want to get breakfast. You got the DoorDash. You got Popeyes that will deliver bagel and eggs. There's a lot of ways you can enjoy yourself, but the most enjoyable part of your stay, two things you want. You want a good place, and you want good weather. And probably put the third one, realistic pricing. That's break for commercial. You'll listen to the Shore Show Radio. I'll be right back.
No one plans on heart disease, but everyone should have a plan for it. We help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. We offer convenient screenings without judgment, hundreds of preventive programs, and women's heart specialists. And we're the largest cardiac surgery program in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. Shore Show Radio here, focusing on Seaside Heights. Like I said, learn the lay of the land. You got Google. It'll show you all that. But besides Seaside Heights and all the events that are going on at Boardwalk, a lot of things going on Tom's River. You got the Blue Claws, the baseball team. You got the planetarium, the county planetarium. There's a lot going on. Google all that. For that matter, in the rental unit my kids have, we put an Alexa in there so she can tell you everything that's going on. Yeah, if you want to get lottery tickets, you got the cigar store there on Fisher and Route 37. Also, we're selling live bait in there now. Also, a lot of grab-and-go kind of things. As I said before, book early. Try to get the best price. Very important, off-street parking. That's a really big plus. You want actually not only off-street, reserve parking, so you have a spot when you come back. You stay at some of the bigger motels or hotels, and there's no guarantee you have the same spot. Again, you want to be able to move around when you're on vacation and not worry about coming back and not having a place to park. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you later. Good night.